blow my nose, y'all. It went from super warm to super cold, which is absolutely nuts. I don't know why they did that. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Really good, actually. Woo! How was y'all day? Yesterday, everybody ate some good food. Y'all look at this hair getting real white. My hair is white, white. Like, look at that. My daughter said, Mom, you got a skunk stripe. I said, girl, I'm about to let this hair grow out gray, baby. What I won't be doing is coloring it no more. Hey, Sarah, Tracy, Tiff, Lauren. Hello, Les, everybody. Y'all know I can't still find my glasses. I don't remember who bought these for me last year, but thank you. Because I sure got them on today. I had the pajamas Auntie got me, but I can't get to the bathroom quick enough in them. Hey, everybody, Miss Curtis. Hey, everybody. Did y'all eat good yesterday? Everybody? Yes. Hey, everybody. Some of y'all probably still sleep because you ain't got to go to work today. Oh, I'm not tripping about it. I just been waiting on it to all go white. That's it. It's mostly white now. I got a few dark patches, but I figure by the end of next year it'll all be white in the front, hopefully. Hey, Miss Kincaid. Hey, everybody. You said just another day for you. Hey, Trina. Something is going on. Let's figure this out. Good job. I didn't want nothing. I came on here to see what y'all doing. I've been up since 4 this morning. Doing potatoes, laundry. Yeah, I didn't do nothing either. I did not do anything. I don't know how today. I don't want to be around anybody since my daughter passed in July. Got it. I'm sorry to hear that, Punky. I am sorry to hear that. You dehydrated some cantaloupe. Pretty cool. Thank you. I didn't do nothing. My kids, one of my daughters cooked. My other daughter isn't speaking to me right now, so I don't know what she did. I think they went to the movies, my son said. Talked to my son, and I ate some chili dogs and dehydrated potatoes. Prep day cleaning. Hey, that's what I'm doing. I got through 5 pounds of potatoes yesterday. I'm going to try to do 5 pounds today. And then I got another 5-pound bag. And then I'm back to the onions. And then after that, I'm going to do some more peas and corn. And another round of potatoes and onions. And then I'm done. I worked out yesterday. Got to play for my kids, that part. So, I wanted to play something for y'all because I think it's going to be important. I was trying to wait a few minutes, let some folks get in here. Hey, nephew. Hey, I know you ate good yesterday. I know you did. Yeah. Hey, everybody. So, of course, I was on TikTok while I was not on TikTok. And I saw some things that were interesting. Auntie, if I dry the onions, can I crush them? That's what I did. Yeah. Auntie made about almost 2 or 3 pounds out of 6 pounds of onions. 6 to 9 pounds. I think it was 6 pounds. Between 6 and 9 pounds of onions. Oh, you did it. Oh, you saying you ate good. Yeah. That's why I'm doing the onions, because onion powder take up a lot less space than onions do. And if I put enough in there, it'll be all right. You'll taste it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you pay what? $7 roughly for a 3-pound bag, 2 3-pound bags of onions. And if that gets you 2 pounds of onion powder, that's enough for over a year. Most times you go through 2 of these a year, 2 or 3 of these a year, depending on some people, whatever. You can do garlic too, nephew. Cabbage, sweet potatoes, all of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Thank you. So a couple things on TikTok that I saw that were interesting. Hopefully they didn't take it off before I could show it to y'all. Um are y'all ready? She got a real strong Russian accent, so you're gonna have to listen. You hear me? But I need y'all to listen to this. And then I want y'all to think about some of the conversation we've had. I haven't. Nope, I haven't seen it. Are y'all listening? You got your listening ears on? Because, like I said, her. Good morning, Isabel. Good morning, Diane. Um, she has a really strong Russian or Ukrainian accent, so you need to listen hard, okay? Y'all ready? Hey, Rika. Y'all ready? Okay. Russian government is trying to prepare country to the new mobilization in silence, and I can't see an articles about this in any media. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. She said the Russians are trying to basically they're gonna do a new mobilization. Thank you, hey sis. And they're not putting it in the news. They're not putting it in the papers. They're not doing any of that. They're quiet about it. Okay. Okay. I think that this is the most important thing that's happened in Russia at the moment. So, uh, right now, all the big government organization uh, got a papers that if they booked and secured their employees from the army, they should to rebook them according to the new rules. So all secure. So if you got employees, or I guess the army people, they are implementing a new system. And so they have to reapply or whatever these soldiers under this new mobilization or this new agenda, whatever that they have, okay? And she recorded this yesterday. Listen, okay? Priority from the army for the government organization has been vanished, and now they need to book them for the new rules. That means that they can book less people, much less than they can before. Less organization can do this, so Russian army tried to remove this security from the army to grab more people, and these new rules and this security will fully vanish in the end of March. So now they got a notification. So they're saying that the way that their government has been ran and the way that their army has been run at the end of March, it's going to change. At the end of March. Okay? Pay attention. The way that the Russian army is going to move, right, is going to change at the end of March. Okay, listen. And these rules will fully apply in the end of the March. So system is going to prepare more soldiers at the end of the March. For what reason? I don't know. Russian government. Can you tell me what will mark the end of March that we've talked about? What happened 2 years ago at the end of March? Anybody remember the end of March 2022? What happened? 2022. The end of March 2022. What happened? The Antichrist showed up, the fake Messiah. Yep, Queen. Yep, Rick. Yep. I'm sorry, Miss Naisha. So when it will be the third year, militaries are rearranging. We're going to say Russia for right now. But I just watched another video about a chick in Canada, and I'm going to play that for y'all. That would be 36 months that he's been out, y'all. I mean, excuse me, 30, is it 30 months? No, 36 months. March makes 36 months that he's been revealed, right? Because 22, 23, 24, and then to 25. He came out in 22. And at the end of March, Russia, who we talked about, we know is part of the Gog and Magog, they will be changing the way, and they're ramping up their soldiers. Okay? Canada just put out a thing yesterday or today saying that they're getting ready to deport 1 million immigrants because everybody is trying to stay on board with the United States. Watch this. Hold on.
We woke up this morning to alarming news that US is carrying out their plan in hitting Canada and Mexico with large tariff fees in order to curtail their immigrants and drugs.
Hold on, it's y'all niece. Hi. Did you call me on accident? Good morning, Emu. Oh, I love your snowsuit. Mwah. You better quit spitting at me, little girl. Mwah. You going outside? Mwah. You going outside? Mwah. You see grandma's in the library? You see it? Mwah. I love you. Mwah. You might just be kissing me because I got these books behind me. I don't know. Yeah. I said you might be just giving me a kiss because I got these books behind me. She gonna say, yeah. You like my books? You like grandma's books? Look it. Wow. You see them? It's an owl. You see it? Say, whoo. You see it? It's a dragon. You see it? I love you, Emu. Where y'all about to go? It's snowing? Wow. I don't know why you don't hook that thing up so you don't gotta go get none. She looks so cute. Please send me a picture of her in this. Okay, I love y'all. Bye. Did she say bye? Mwah. Grandma, see you in a minute. Thank you, Lika. Oh, bye. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. She got her snow. I said, you need to get her a snowsuit. She said she already got one. That part. And it's snowing. Sorry. Now she gonna say, she only giving me a kiss because the books is behind me because normally she be acting funny. But her mama took her to the library the other day and now she's just so excited about books. Right. That's our baby. Right. Funny acting tell. Girl. Yes. You're going to say yes? I'm only giving you a kiss because I see you at the library, my new favorite place. Hopefully my mama take me back up there. Yep, and that's why them grandkids ain't really, that grandson been here and he ain't get to come in here, really. One time, I think. They not allowed in here because they're being pulled all my books down. You said leave Emu alone. Girl, Emu got an attitude now. That is crazy. She's a big girl. Crazy. Anyway, that's how kids keep you distracted. So if you didn't get a chance to fold the laundry, you're not lazy, that kind of stuff happens. Your kids come, list that part. That not like her grandma. Listen, the kids come and distract you, and then you're not lazy. You got distracted, and it's a valid distraction. Moving on. Moving on. Okay, let's start this over.
We woke up this morning to alarming news that US is carrying out their plan in hitting Canada and Mexico with large tariff fees in order to curtail their immigrants and drugs going across the border. As I said in my blog this morning, Mr. President-elect was the most hated, now he's the most loved. For those of you who are in Canada, whether we are on work permit or study permit, Mr. Trudeau wants 1 million immigrants to leave Canada. He doesn't have any choice. It is something that he must do because everybody wants to be on the side of America.
You seen it this morning, Trina? Y'all heard that? She just posted that yesterday. 2 days ago, excuse me. So the lady, yeah, basically because of the tariffs, they said get rid of at least 1 million of your immigrants, or we putting these tariffs on you. So that man in Canada is about to send back at least 1 million immigrants back to wherever they came from. Then she went on to say if you a student, if you didn't get into nursing, construction, or something else, you ain't going to be able to find no job. They won't be hiring. You won't be able to get a work permit. So in March, there's one more with the Canada government official. Okay, thank you. In March, Russia is about to ramp up their soldiers. So y'all know me. I saw that and I was like, interesting. I went and got our book. Has anybody been able to skim through the Prince of Darkness? I know we reading a lot of different things, but that's okay. Has anybody been able to skim through there and just read a couple chapters out of that? Anybody? Hey, Amber. You did? Okay. Anybody else? Because it's very important. Now, remember that this book is written from the view of they was going to be out of here after the rapture. It's looking real identical, ain't it, babe? Listen, Auntie was in... I'm going to tell y'all what chapter I was in. Because watching that made me think about something. Okay. So let me do this. Because I got a whole bunch of pages folded, but I want to show y'all what I was stopping at. Okay. It says, as nation after nation tries to throw off the yoke of the Antichrist, the entire tribulation period will be filled with war and famine that inevitably follow war. In Revelations, John described the red horsemen of the apocalypse taking peace from the earth despite the false promises of peace from the Antichrist. Finally, the Prince of Darkness will establish, listen, a military base in Israel to dominate the Middle East. The kings of the north, possibly Syria and south Egypt, will attack his forces in Palestine. However, the Antichrist will use his strategic brilliance and massive armies to overwhelm and defeat their armies. At the time of the end, the king of the south shall attack him. The king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots, horsemen, and with many ships. And he shall enter the countries, overwhelm them, and pass through. The first major battles will be won by the forces of the Prince of Darkness, right? Now look, this is where it got interesting. And this is where I was like, okay, hold on. Wait a minute. It says, however, the other nations of the East will realize that it is now or never if they want to throw off the chains of the world dictator. When the Antichrist hears of the Eastern, listen to this now. When the Antichrist hears of the Eastern Alliance mobilizing, which is what this young lady just said, in Asia, he will bring together the massive military forces of the West for the final battle to establish who will rule the world. Daniel 11:44 declares, but news from the east and the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go out with great fury to destroy and annihilate many. He will establish his military headquarters in Jerusalem and will prepare for the final conflict. He will continue to attack the enormous 200 million man army of the kings of the East during their march across Asia toward the Middle East. John describes the buildup for the fateful battle. And they gathered them together to the place called in Hebrew Armageddon. Right? Y'all listening? Y'all here with me? Huh? We use our manners. Okay. The book of Revelation tells us that the Euphrates River will miraculously dry up to allow the enormous army of the kings of the east to cross into northern Israel. Throughout history, the great Euphrates River has been the major military barrier between the east and the west. However, Turkey, this is where it gets interesting, built the Ataturk Dam several years ago that can dam up the Euphrates River completely for the first time. Then the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up, so that the way of the kings from the east might be prepared. The eastern armies will fight as they march across Asia, killing 1/3 of humanity in their path. The final battle will center on the valley of Jezreel to a place called in Hebrew Armageddon. Now, so basically, like, so from here, right, from Iran over is the east, right? From Iran over is east of the Euphrates. Y'all listening to me? So look at the countries. Here's Iran, the country's east. Okay? It says the kings from the east and the kings from the north. So I went and got my handy dandy Google. Let me go get my journal. And I was looking up something and I'm like, wait a minute. So again, even though we already studied this, because sometimes as things happen, you have to go back and check. So I looked up who are Russia's allies, right? It's Russia, China, Russia, China, Turkey, and Iran. So, hold on. So, Russia, China. I'm doing this backwards, y'all. Turkey is here, which is north of Israel. Okay? Because here's Israel right here. So, Turkey, right? Russia, China, and Iran. Here. Okay? And this is Israel right there. Okay? So, Russia, China, Iran, I think that's Turkey, and then Turkey here. Turkey is right above Israel, right? And these are the people that are to the east of it. Iran, China, and then Russia is north. So Turkey and Russia would be the northern, right? And the east would be China and China and Iran. China, Iran, Russia, and Turkey. Okay? Now look. Right now, Russia has 1.15 million active duty and 2 million on reserve. China has 2.2 million soldiers. Turkey has 890,000 soldiers. And Iran has 960,000 soldiers. But worldwide, we did this before, there's 27 million soldiers as of 2022. Right? So the world would need 173 million more soldiers, okay, for Armageddon. Roughly 173 million more soldiers for Armageddon to kick off. Now, that alarmed me because most people are recruiting, and a lot of the militaries around the world are amping up their soldiers. Right? Right now. And I'm thinking by March, because of the nuclear stuff that's going on, more people are signing up for military all over the world. Not just in America, not just in Canada, not just in Russia, all over the world. Okay? Now, I looked up what is the percentage of the population that 200 million soldiers would be, and it's 2.5% of the population, 200 million soldiers. I don't know if we need a certain number. It's just saying that it's going to be 200 million soldiers. But think about this. So we're going to get to this in a minute because this all makes sense. I want y'all to know I journaled at 5:10 this morning and I didn't read anything before I journaled. Right? So at 5:10 this morning, I was outside journaling in the cold. It was freezing. Okay? Now, I'm not going to read all of my journal, but it started out at 5:10 this morning. With that, I just want to say thank you for keeping me safe all these years. Thank you for sheltering me from so much. You kept me from the hand of the enemy. You spoiled their plans every time. Dad, thank you for making me strong in so many areas. Thank you for parenting me, because if it wasn't for you, I would have unalived myself, been unalived by someone, or unalived someone. Thank you for healing my wounds. Thank you for providing all that you have for me and others. And Dad, I try to multiply the information you gave me, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So that's what I wrote because I was thinking about all the times I could have not been here and the way that God has fought for me, right? Mind blowing. Now, what am I forgetting? Oh, what's the name? Hold on. Oh, it's on my phone. Girl. So then 2 hours later, 2 hours and 7 minutes later, I was like, let me get my page for this morning. Watch this, y'all. And I sent it to y'all nephew. My page for today was, today's love letter is true or truth. My beloved daughter, there's a big difference between what is true and what is truth. What you see in front of you may be true, but the truth is, I am working on what you are wearing yourself out worrying about. You will never find faith in what you see or feel in the natural. I am found in the supernatural. Even the good things that you see in the natural are false security. My truth is the security guard of your heart and soul. I can open your eyes as I did for Elisha's servant when he saw with his natural eyes that he would be defeated by his enemies. But when I opened his eyes, he saw in the supernatural and watched me destroy his enemies as he saw an army of my warring angels. I am the same God for you. So stand on my truth and you will win every battle this life brings, right? And then the scripture for that is when the servant of the man of God got up early the next morning. Now, prior to this, so in between the time that I wrote my journal and I got this page, I got down on the ground and I was praying. You know, it's been a while since I laid flat on my face and prayed. So I was, praying, and I only prayed for about 10 or 15 minutes, and God said, meet me tomorrow, right here. Meet me tomorrow. And I'm like, meet you tomorrow? Okay. Right? Come right back here tomorrow is what I heard in my spirit. I'm like, okay, so tomorrow, right? Listen, that was probably like 6 that I prayed, maybe 6:30. Okay? Then I get this journal entry at 7. At 7:15, 7:16, I start reading this. And it says, when the servant of the man of God got up early the next morning. This is the first time I've been up at 4 in a very long time. I've been getting up 8, 9 o'clock. Y'all know that. I've been getting up late. I was up at like 4:47 this morning. Maybe earlier than that. Maybe 4:37. I don't know. But when I got down to pray, I prayed. I got back up. He said, meet me here tomorrow. Right? Now, this is an hour after I journaled about God, thank you for protecting me from the hand of the enemy, blah, 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 blah. Then I get this. When the servant of the man of God got up early the next morning and went outside, and I went outside this morning, there were troops, horses, and chariots everywhere. Oh, sir, what will we do now? The young man cried to Elisha, don't be afraid. Elisha told him, for there are more on our side than on theirs. Then Elisha prayed, O Lord, open his eyes and let him see. The Lord opened the young man's eyes, and when he looked up, he saw that the hillside around Elisha was filled with horses and chariots of fire. Then I get on social media, and the first video I see about all this going on is the video about her saying they about to ramp up the soldiers until you are blessed. Just imagine the army of angels surrounding you. Well, see, I be worried. I don't know. Sometimes I be nervous, like maybe somebody didn't took a day off or something. For real, like I don't be doing. But think about this. Then I saw that, so then that made me go get this book, and I started looking, right. And I know this is a gory thing, right? It's gory. But I Googled how many quarts of blood that the human, and we did this, but it's important now. Most humans have about 6 quarts of blood in them, right? And 2.5% of the population is 200 million soldiers, times 6 quarts of blood if they are going to be slain. Y'all, is 1,200,000,000 quarts of blood. Now I understand why it says in that plain, the blood is going to be up to the horse's bridle. Because it's 1,200,000,000 quarts of blood. If all of those soldiers lose their life on that battlefield, tell me that's not crazy. Mind you, it says in the Bible that they're going to be unaliving people on their way to the Midwest. To the Middle East. They're going to be unaliving people. Come on their way to the Battle of Armageddon. So it's not just going to start when they get to the Middle East. They're going to be unaliving people all the way, going that way. All the way from the areas I just showed you. From the west of the Euphrates. Do you see how many countries is over there? Uzbekistan and all of that. And then all of the Russians coming up from wherever they're coming from. And then you got the people from Turkey. You hear me? It's mind-blowing when you get to looking and doing the numbers. I was like, wait a minute. But then God let me know. They going to have 200 million soldiers, but I got more soldiers than that. Could you imagine seeing 200 million angels? Even though we know God got more soldiers. But could you imagine seeing 200 million angels? 200 million of them. He got more angels than it's gonna be soldiers. I was also reading in this same chapter, 200 million. It's going to be 200 million soldiers. And God said, I got more soldiers than this army. This world army that is going to fight. I got more than 200 million soldiers. He got more than 200 million angels. We know this for a fact because we did the numbers in other places. But could you imagine if angels, when they feet touch the ground, their knees is above the clouds? Could you imagine what that's going to look like? 200 million of them. More than 200 million. You know what it makes me think about? War of the Worlds. Seeing as how angels are beings of light. If 200 million angels were circling our skies, think about it would look just like an alien invasion. It would look just like an alien invasion. And think about it. Their weapons are not of this world. Do you think it's crazy that the Antichrist is going to be shooting bombs and missiles at angels, even though they're made out of fire? They're made out of the cosmos. They're made out of the same things that they use to make nuclear weapons. Atoms and splitting all of this. Nuclear bombs, dang near, are made out of, seeing as how the angels are made out of the things that are in the air, atoms and molecules, these things that can combust and whatever else. Right. Sounds like real life Marvel, basically. Hey, hey. You said just picturing that movie as we speak. It is a lot to process, but it's also amazing to think about. They're made out of the elements, and that's exactly what nuclear bombs are made out of. That's how you get them. Warheads, you got to split atoms and whatnot. So just looking into some of the stuff that's in here and just seeing um, how God moves, right? Now let's back up because y'all nephew texted me at 7:16, 7:17. 7:16 or 7:17, which I'm not normally up. He was like, I figured you wasn't up, so I just text you so you could see it when you got up, right? Now, mind you, I had saw something that I really, really liked, and it was on sale, and I was like, nope, because I don't got nothing to wear with that, and where am I going? But I had just talked to my daughter about getting myself another backpack because the brown one doesn't go with everything. But if it's more than like $30 or so, I'm not gonna buy it. Y'all know me. I ain't buying no purse over $35. 39, you might get me. Okay? You might get me at $39. I don't know. Right? So I looked at it and I put it in my cart and I said, well, I'll just wait a little bit because I don't even really got nothing to wear with that or whatever, right? But I like, because it's like a size satchel type bag, right? And so I'm like, I'll just wait, right? So I screenshot it. I screenshot it and like put it in my for later cart, right? Right? Because it's $35. And so I have to sit and I have to decide if it's worth the $35, right? Because it's under my price range, $39. But I had to wait. I'm not an impulse buyer like that, so I had to wait. I'll wait a couple of days and see if it go down to 29 and some change. This is what I do, right? Then I said to myself, I don't even got nothing to wear with this bag, but I wanted it for a everyday bag, basically, right? The whole grandma. Because the other one be making, she be following around. I need something that's like where she stand up in here. You know what I mean? Y'all, why y'all nephew text me and I didn't see it because I'm crying tears reading my devotional, right? My phone is turned over and I'm reading my devotional, tears running down my eyes. I'm pulling lashes out of everything. And so I checked my phone. Mind you, I said to myself, I don't got nothing to wear with this bag. I wouldn't have anything to really match. My boots, my little snow boots, but that ain't every day, right? Why y'all nephew text me a picture and said they'll be there on Tuesday? It's some freaking shoes that have the three colors of the bag that I looked at. He said they'll be there on Tuesday. He said, I remember you said you wanted them way back around my birthday or something. And they'll be here on Tuesday, but they match the bag perfect. This is all in 4 minutes. He's in Arizona. I just started crying. I just started crying again. I started crying because I was looking at the bag. I said, God, I really like the bag, but I don't just buy stuff to buy it. It has to have multiple purposes, multiple uses. You know how some people buy a statement bag? He do be doing this thing because these are not just a normal color shoe. And for me to be looking at a bag that matches them perfectly and the same kind of material and everything, you just gotta know. They some Air Force Ones and they are so dope. So dope. I ain't had a pair of Air Force Ones and I couldn't tell you how long. And I'm like, son, these right here, I like them because you know he sells shoes and stuff. You know what I mean? And he be finding shoes. And he found them on a deal. And I was just, when I say I cried my eyes out this morning, I said, God, there are things that you do that are special just to me because sometimes you don't feel special, you know, and that's the thing. Sometimes you don't feel special. Sometimes you don't feel, you know, I don't know. I can't say you. Sometimes I go through things where it's like, do you even, like, I don't know what I be going through it, a lot of it. And so then he always comes by and he does something so specific to me. It just makes me cry tears, y'all. And it's not always about getting something because sometimes it's the word when he said he got up the next morning. Well, he had just told me to meet him back at my place the next morning at our space where we meet and I pray. That's what he spoke into my spirit. Then I go and I pick a page and he said the next morning when he got up early, blah, I was just like, okay. Okay. You want to know what's really crazy? And this is the last of it. When I woke up, now I don't know how this happened, but out of the dream that I had, I was dreaming about my ex-husband. I do not like him in my dreams. God, please don't let him come over here. But it might not be for me. It might be for somebody else. He shows me the love he know I need. Yeah, because sometimes I don't be feeling it. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I don't. For real. And so, because he keeps me isolated. And I'll be like, what is this about? But okay, I'm just going to leave it. So, what was I getting ready to say? Oh, in the dream, me and my ex-husband was at a hotel. Right? And I could tell it was a holiday because he was dressed up, I was dressed up. And it was a very, very nice hotel. I don't know who this dream was about. So, in a dream, I could tell that we were separating or getting ready to separate. And I had already evidently found out about the other woman in the dream. And so, what? Why you say my name like that, Rika? What I do? Can I finish? Don't finish? Wait. Okay, so we go downstairs in the hotel, but we out by like the pool area. And it's this Spanish chick, and you know how like you just know that that's the girl. Well, my speaker was on the table by like the pool area, and we walking out, and I'm like, oh, that's her. Which I don't care. I'm like, go on and do your thing, right? Please tell me why this heifer threw my speaker in the water, and baby, it took the hands of God. When I say baby, I call it my family name, Rage. Baby, I woke up saying, what the F? That was the last word I said. What the? And I woke up. And I'm like, because, baby, I was trying to get to her. Not because of this nigga, because you tearing up my stuff. Baby, if she walked off, baby, I was trying to get to that. Listen, I was trying to. My dream was similar when I was saying warlock vibes, and you said snake. Girl, listen. Listen. And I don't know if you was in the class when my sister came in here and said that a person that we don't talk to been in here watching. She done made another page, and I told you it's somebody else too. You said I was in your dream. Interesting. Well, let me say this to you. Yeah, I believe it. It's a lot going on, honey. And that's why I said, God, you need to tell me who it is. Tell me who it is. And it's crazy because you said warlock vibes. And it's really, really crazy because interesting. What part of it is? Y'all keep saying that's for Rika. What part? I'm not privy to y'all conversations. You keep saying two of y'all that said that's for Rika. You say, tell me. You said choose me, you would be good. What you mean? Y'all got me confused now. Girl, tell me. Y'all know the dream. I don't know the dream. What? Right. I done had 2 weird dreams this week. Okay, wait, Miss Muffin. Hold on. I'm trying to see what Rika is talking about. Give me a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. We can only do one dream at a time now. I'm telling mine and she telling hers. And I'm trying to figure out. You said, choose me, you would be good. What does that mean? Yeah, I can't do more than one. We were in a hotel at this time, me and you. Interesting. We were in a hotel at this time, me and you. Well, I ain't been to no hotel. I'm in the house. I don't know. But baby, listen. I was trying to get to that lady. Do you hear me? And I already knew about her. Like, he wasn't even trying to hide it or nothing. I said, I don't know who this is for because I don't got nobody. Ain't nobody around me as far as that goes. Like, a person of interest, there's nobody around me. But that don't mean it ain't nobody coming. But what's crazy you say about we was walking around looking for something and I couldn't remember. Then this guy comes. Interesting. So the crazy thing is the snake vibes that I've been getting, it was a he. You know how you can just tell, like, it's a up from nowhere saying to you that if you would have chosen him, then your life would have been better. Interesting. My life would have been what? Better? Worse? I need them to let you type the whole thing. Interesting. So I didn't tell y'all. I didn't even tell you. But the vibe that I was getting from the snake is male. But there's no males around me. But if you remember when I was talking to y'all about the spider, I kept saying he. I didn't say it. Remember when I told you I said the spider ran? But I didn't say he. I didn't say it. I said he. I said he. And it's crazy. It's crazy that now that you're talking about that, because something told me yesterday to go read the Demons and Hermione story again. And I didn't even talk to y'all yesterday. Do you hear me? Something told me to go read Demons and Hermogenes yesterday, and I didn't even talk to y'all. I did not even talk to y'all yesterday, and it was on me heavy all morning. But we all know the Demons and Hermogenes story. We've read it. And it was on me to read it yesterday, and I was like, okay, Dad, I'll read it, and I didn't. Yeah. You said this the second time. And recently, he keep telling me to read it. We gonna read it. We done read it 1,000 times. Y'all wanna read it? Oh my goodness. Here we go. That's crazy. That makes me so sad. Paul and Thecla. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm looking for a specific journal entry. And it's been in the last probably 2 or 3 weeks. I have to slow down and go back and. But I wrote about something that I have been feeling, and it's just so crazy. Oh, it was like I was about to be hung and started up. This is spooky to me. I need to find. I just want to tell y'all the day I wrote about that feeling, and I'm trying to see what day it was. It might have been a little over. I'm gonna have to go back through here and see, but I'm gonna be able to tell y'all what date I wrote about this funny feeling I've been having. Dang. It must be something going on with this man because I just realized I dreamed about him on the 27th too. My ex. That's crazy. On the 27th of the 27th of October. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and find it when I'm not in here. But I'll be able to tell y'all the day that I start feeling real weird. Cause I wrote it down and I'm like, what is this feeling? Whoever it is close to me. They are close to me. I have to go back and find it. I have to go back and find it. But whoever it is close. They close. They are very close to me. But they got snake eyes. They got snake eyes, honey. That part, Leah. They got snake eyes. Whoever it is, I already seen their eyes like in the spirit, and they got snake eyes. They are like weaving a web, almost. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all the feeling I get. Like, they're weaving a web. Is all I can kind of like. The feeling that I get is like they've been weaving a web. Whoever it is, they are weaving this web of whatever it is. I don't exactly know because he ain't gave me all the pieces, and I don't pretend to know. I just know it's somebody I can't trust around me, and they not who they say they are. That's what I know. That's what I know. And so then I told y'all he had me tell me to read this yesterday. So I don't know, but there'll be a reveal. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Hold on, let me run to the restroom and make me some more coffee, y'all. That's crazy. It makes me sad. Oh, it makes me sad. y'all understand why I just always run by myself? Because that make me sad. It really do. To have to be in people's face and you already know they gonna betray you sucks. And sometimes God be telling you while they weaving a dang plot. Hey, the one phrase that keeps coming to my mind is secret conversations. That's what keeps coming to my mind. Secret conversations. Secret conversations. Secret conversations. Secret conversations. Secret conversations. And I'm like, what secret conversations? Which ones? I mean, who? What? Who is it? Seeing as how a lot of people around this world know who I am, that can be scary. Who the heck is having secret conversation? You know what I mean? It's that. Moving on. Y'all ready? Crazy. I know. It sucks. Hey? Yeah, but don't reveal it too quickly because my feelings might be hurt. Hold on. Just wait. Gotta reveal it in time. Don't rush it. Don't rush because then my feelings gotta be hurt. Then I gotta go through the whole process of thinking I can trust somebody or if they're on their way. We ain't trying to rush them. However it works, just wait. Because I be going through a whole emotional thing when God be telling me stuff about people or he'll let me know a certain thing is around me. And then when it be a person that I wouldn't expect, it make me sad. It makes me very, very, very sad. For real. So, whenever he want to reveal it, because I'm not really, I ain't going to say I'm not ready, but moving on. When Paul went up to Iconium after his flight from Antioch, Demas and Hermogenes became his companions, who were then full of hypocrisy. But Paul, only looking at the goodness of God, did them no harm, but loved them greatly. Again, people do not believe that God be telling people about other people not being right. But remember me telling y'all, but sometimes he'll still make me talk to the people. He'll still make me deal with them. Even though I already know their plan for me is no good. Remember the conversation I told y'all that he kept telling me that there was a person that was jealous of me and there was certain things that they was doing behind my back trying to take money out of my pocket. Well, then the person came out and said it out their mouth. And I said, do you remember when I asked you recently, would you ever do blah, blah, blah? And you said no. And I asked you, were you trying to do this certain thing? And you said no just 2 weeks ago. And here you are saying it out of your mouth that that's what you plan to do. God told me you was on that 2 weeks ago. Now, mind you, these are probably conversations that this person was having with their spouse. I ain't nowhere around. They thousands of miles away from me. But God was telling me these conversations that this person was having about me, about my business, all sorts of things. And then he let them say it out their mouth. It's a real thing. And I called them on it and said, hey, You remember when I asked you 2 weeks ago, such and such and such, and you was gasp, all whatever, but in all reality, God told me what you was on, which is crazy. And so now we're not friends anymore because every single time God was telling me something about you, it was right, and it sucks because when you care about people, you don't want it to be right. Right. When the enemy mean what the enemy, yeah, right. He always gonna work it out for my good. Always, because I ain't trying to do nobody dirty. That's the thing. Moving on. That's crazy. So Paul already knew that these people wasn't who they said they was, but they was real close to him, which was real crazy. It says, accordingly, he endeavored to make agreeable to them all the oracles and doctrines of Christ and the design of the gospel of God's well-beloved Son, instructing them in the knowledge of Christ as it was revealed to him. So then this man had to walk with people that really didn't mess with him like that and still had to teach the word to them, even though he already knew they was hypocrites. He didn't get to treat them no worse. He had to treat them cool, and he had to walk with him. So that means it was somebody close to him that was gonna betray him. Yes or no? These people ate with Paul, slept with Paul, probably pooped around the same area. They was on the same boat. They was walking the same roads because it was three of them together. But he already knew they wasn't who they said they was. God had already let him know. Just be cool. Just treat them the same way, but you already know what they own. So a lot of times, remember I told you I'll be having to act like I don't know? I have to act like I don't know. For real. And I'll be having an idea. But I just gotta keep quiet until it be revealed. And then I'll go back to my journal and see if I was right, what I wrote down. Because I did write something down. Yeah. Did, because it was on me heavy. And the secret conversation thing is just big. I don't know what that's about, but secret conversations is what I keep hearing. So I don't know. Moving on. Oh, and a certain man named Onesiphorus, hearing that Paul was coming to Iconium, went out speedily to meet him, together with his wife Electra, and his sons Simea and Zeno, to invite him to their house. For Titus had given them a description of Paul's personage, that they as yet not knowing him in person, but only being acquainted with his character. Interesting. They went in the king's highway to Lystra, and stood there waiting for him, comparing all who passed by with the description which Titus had given them. At length they saw a man coming, namely Paul, of a low stature, bald or shaved on the head, crooked thighs, handsome legs, hollowed eyes, and had a crooked nose, full of grace. For sometimes he appeared as a man, and sometimes he had the countenance of an angel. And Paul saw Onesiphorus and was glad. And Onesiphorus said, Hail, thou servant of the blessed God. And Paul replied, The grace of God be with thee and thy family. But Demas and Hermogenes were moved with envy, and under a show of great religion, Demas said, Are not we also servants of the blessed God? Why didst thou not salute us? So these two people that was walking with him that was supposed to be Christians or supposed to be on the same level or whatever it was, whole time they was envious of what God had given Paul and what Paul was sent to do. Envy stay close to you. So do jealousy. Crazy. Onesiphorus replied, Because I have not perceived in you the fruits of righteousness, Nevertheless, if ye are of that sort, ye shall be welcome to my house. Also, he said, man, because I already know you, that's not what you really own. This is a facade for you. You want some fame, you want some fortune, but you don't want to put in the work. Interesting. So you walk alongside somebody that is really walking with God or has really been called by God so that you can feel something. But whole time, you backdooring them. Whole time, that ain't what you really about. Whole time, you trying to get some stuff for you. Get your name out there. Get your whatever out there. Interesting. But you stick close to the person that people know. Interesting. Crazy. Then Paul went into the house of Onesiphorus, and there was great joy among the family on that account, and they employed themselves in prayer, breaking of bread, and hearing Paul preach the word of God concerning temperance and the resurrection in the following manner. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are they who keep their flesh undefiled or pure, for they shall be the temple of God. Blessed are the temperate or chaste, for God will reveal himself to them. Blessed are they who abandon their secular enjoyments, for they shall be accepted of God. Blessed are they who have wives, as though they had them not, for they shall be made angels of God. Blessed are they who tremble at the word of God, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are they who keep their baptism pure, for they shall find peace with the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Blessed are they who pursue the wisdom or doctrine of Jesus Christ, for they shall be called the sons of the Most High. Blessed are they who observe the instructions of Jesus Christ, for they shall dwell in eternal light. Blessed are they who for the love of Christ abandon the glories of the Lord of the world, for they shall judge angels and be placed at the right hand of Christ, and shall not suffer the bitterness of the last judgment. Blessed are the bodies and the souls of the virgins, for they are acceptable to God, and shall not lose their reward of their virginity. For the word of their heavenly Father shall prove effectual to their salvation in the day of his Son, and they shall enjoy rest forevermore. While Paul was preaching this sermon in the church, while Paul was preaching this sermon in the church, which was in the house of Onesiphorus, a certain virgin named Thecla, whose mother's name was Theoclia, and who was betrothed to a man named Thamyris, sat at a certain window in her house, from whence, by the advantage of a window in the house where Paul was, she both night and day heard Paul's sermons concerning God, concerning charity, and concerning faith in Christ, and concerning prayer. Nor would she depart from the window till, with exceeding joy, she was subdued to the doctrines of the faith. At length, when she saw many women and virgins going into Paul, she earnestly desired that she might be thought worthy to appear in his presence and hear the word of Christ. For she had not yet seen Paul's person, but only heard his sermons, and that alone. But when she would not be prevailed upon to depart from the window, her mother sent to Thamyris, who came with the greatest pleasure, as hoping now to marry her. Accordingly, he said to Theoclia, where is my Thecla? Theoclia replied, Thamyris, I have something very strange to tell you. For Thecla, for the space of 3 days, will not move from the window, not so much as to eat or drink, but is so intent in hearing the artful and delusive discourses of a certain foreigner that I perfectly admire Thamyris, that a young woman of her known modesty will suffer herself to be prevailed upon. For that man has disturbed the whole city of Iconium, and even your Thecla, among others, all the women and young men flocked to him to receive his doctrine, who, besides all the rest, tells them that there is but one God, who alone is to be worshipped, and that we ought to live in chastity. Notwithstanding this, my daughter Thecla, like a spider's web, interesting, like a spider's web fastened to the window, is captivated by the discourses of Paul, and attends upon them with prodigious eagerness and vast delight. And thus, by attending on what he says, the young woman is seduced. Now then, do you go and speak to her, for she is betrothed to you. He said, you better go. She said, you better go talk to her. That's your wife. She all in this nigga face. Accordingly, Thamarius went, and he saluted, and taking care not to surprise her, he said, Thecla, my spouse, why sittest thou in this melancholy posture? What strange impressions are made upon thee? Turn to Thamarius and blush. Her mother also spake to her after the same manner, and said, Child, why dost thou sit so melancholy? And like one astonished, makest no reply. Then they wept exceedingly, and Thymeria Then they wept exceedingly, Thymeria, that he had lost his spouse, Theoclia, that she had lost her daughter, and the maids that they had lost their mistress, and there was a universal mourning in the family. But all these things made no impression upon Thecla, so as to incline her so much as to turn to them, and take notice of them, for she still regarded the discourses of Paul. Then Thymeria ran forth into the street to observe who they were who went in to Paul, and came out from him. And he saw two men engaged in a very warm dispute, and said to them, Sirs, what business have you here? And who is that man within belonging to you, who deludes the minds of both young men and virgins, persuading them that they ought not to marry, but continue as they are? I promise to give you a considerable sum, here go the money, if you will give me a just account of him, for I am the chief person of this city. Demas and Hermogenes replied, We cannot so exactly tell you who he is, but this we know, that he deprives young men of their intended wives, and virgins of their intended husbands, by teaching there can be no future resurrection unless you continue in chastity and do not defile your flesh. Then said Thymeria, Come along with me to my house and refresh yourselves. So they went to a very splendid entertainment, where there was wine in abundance and very rich provision. They were brought to a table richly spread, interesting, and made to drink plentifully by Thamarius on account of the love he had for Thecla and his desire to marry her. Then Thamarius said, I desire you would inform me what the doctrines of this Paul are, that I might understand them, for I am under no small concern about Thecla, seeing she so delights in that stranger's discourses, that I am in danger of losing my intended wife. And then Demas and Hermogenes answered both together, and said, Let him be brought before the governor Castius, as one who endeavors to persuade the people into the new religion of the Christians. And he, according to the order of Caesar, will put him to death, by which means you will obtain your wife. So first, these people got mad because they didn't get recognized as followers of Christ. Then when Paul was busy doing what God asked him to do, not only was it these two people that had envy in their hearts for whatever it was that, for whatever it was that God had him to do. They went and ate good and drank good, right? and went to telling all of what they knew. They didn't really know him that well, but what they knew, they was willing to tell that. Now, you was just mad because you didn't get recognized as a Christian. And now you done flipped it and you turning on a man of God. Interesting. The same person that taught you, the same person that opened your eyes up to something that you might not have known before. Thank you. Because if they knew God, they would be happy about what he was doing. But what did they do? They went and got with whoever would whisper about him, and they didn't talk about it in front of him. They waited till he wasn't around. He was busy worried about God's business, and they was busy worried about his business. Paul is teaching in Onesiphorus' house, getting souls to Christ, helping people do whatever it is that they're supposed to do. Not only did he teach the people in in Onesiphorus' house, he was teaching Demas and Hermogenes. But since y'all didn't get the recognition that Paul got, or the reverence, or whatever else it is, you was just waiting on your opportunity to sneak him. As soon as some money and some provisions and whatever else it is that you felt like Paul was getting for Onesiphorus came your way, now you ready to talk. But you was just his homeboy. You was just his running mate. You was just his first soldier, or whatever it is that you want to call it. And as soon as somebody started giving you money or started giving you what it was that Paul was getting, now you got something to say. Now you ain't on his team. Not only that, go help the people put him in a trap. You said that's backdooring on a whole nother level. Come on. Spooky. Which means they didn't believe none of the stuff that Paul was saying. They was just around for the twos and the fews. They was around for whatever special treatment Paul got when he went places. They was around for the favor that was on on Paul's life. And so wherever Paul went, he was treated well. So we gonna be treated well too. We gonna get the same reverence that Paul get, because we walking with him, and we just as powerful as Paul, and we know as much word as Paul, and Paul ain't the only one. Whole time they was envious of the blessings that God had put on Paul's life. But they wouldn't talk about it in front of him. They went and had secret conversations. Crazy. I'll be right back. Don't listen to Paul. Don't listen to nothing Paul is saying. That's what the mama and the boyfriend. Don't listen. Don't listen. Y'all still here? Y'all. Sometimes it sucks when the word confirms exactly what you've been feeling and you don't necessarily know where it's like you it's just weird. I can't even really put my finger on it, but there's something that hasn't won't leave my mind. And every time I try to shake it out of my head, it keeps coming back. I already know that I signed up to be betrayed by the closest people to me. I know this. It's happened too many times. Does it hurt any less because I know it's going to happen? Absolutely not. It hurts just as much as it did the last time that there was a person that I cared about. Maybe I witnessed to them, or maybe I told them something. I don't know. And because I've run into so many people, it could be a person from the past, it could be a person in my present. It could, I just know that this person has had close dealings with me. You hear me? Just like Demas and Hermogenes was running with him. Because just like I told you, this is making all the hair on my body stand up. The person that my sister was talking about the other day, me and the person that she was talking about used to be like this. I would feed this person before I fed myself. I would make sure that this person was straight before I made sure I was straight. I would make sure this person had some money in their pocket even if I didn't. And God kept telling me that this person wasn't who they said they was. God kept telling me that they was envious and jealous and that they was always trying to backdoor me, and it started coming out every time I turned around. Every time I turned around, I tell them about an opportunity for us, and they would try to go and get the opportunity for them. I told y'all a scenario where we had went to the club one time, and this person said, I'm going to the bathroom. They tried to get in VIP without me, which was crazy. And then I walked by the VIP. My homeboy up in there, he like, yep, come on, let her up. I wasn't even trying to get in. I didn't care. I don't care about no VIP or nothing. But when the person walking behind me tried to get in, the security guard said to them, didn't I tell you couldn't come in here already? And I just turned around and looked like, I'm looking out for us. You looking out for you. When somebody tell me about something, I'm thinking who all can benefit from it. When they tell you something, you only gonna tell me about it if you think that that's gonna make your chances better. And I kept this person around knowing that they was raggedy. Cause God don't lie to me. And he don't let a lot of people in my immediate circle. So I don't be having a lot going on. You understand what I'm saying? I only deal with a few folks. So whoever it is, they've been close to me before or they're close to me now. Jesus kept Judas around. He sure did. Knew who he was the whole time. It's spooky to me. I don't like that kind of stuff though. I really don't. It sucks. You know? Because you know it's coming, you just don't. I mean, sometimes you know even from where, but you know? It just makes me think though. It's like you could be really trying to help a person get to God, get a better life, whatever it is, And sometimes people can be so envious of what God has done for you that they'll want to take even that, even if it's not a lot. Demas and Hermogenes wanted to be recognized as something that they weren't. And as soon as money came into the deal, their true character came out. As soon as they thought they was about to come up off of whatever else it was, the information they had, it's kind of like what's going on right now with social media. People be friends on social media or whatever it is, and then something happens and somebody get offered some money to tell the tea or the dirt that they know about this person, and they flip on them quick and be on somebody else's podcast talking crazy, telling everything that this person just told them in confidence or whatever else it is. So it looked like Demas and Hermogenes, the spirit that was in them, is still working until this day. Because Paul had good intentions for Demas and Hermogenes. Hermogenes and Demas didn't have good intentions for Paul. But God didn't leave Paul blind either. He gave him an inkling that these folks is working with the spirit of envy, or that they spirit just ain't right altogether. But did that stop Paul from doing what he came to do? You said you constantly reminded of Selena. This is right on time this afternoon. Listen. Listen. Crazy. Paul didn't stop what he was supposed to be doing just because somebody else was worried about what he was doing. He kept on doing what he's supposed to do. Period. Period. It's just spooky though. Because you can be busy, like I said, doing what God is asking you to do. And folks is always trying to get busy doing what God told you to do. Instead of them going and trying to find out the business, you should have been in there listening. But you was worried about trying to come up. Demas and Hermogenes was in it for the money. Paul was in it for the souls. Thank you, Leanne. You hear me? They was in it for the change and the notoriety. Paul was in it for, we got to run these souls up. Because as soon as money and prestige came, and notoriety, and being able to be with the elite of the city, they flipped on to, we ain't Christians. Or not that kind anyway. We believe or whatever, but we don't believe that. Don't listen. What he telling them ain't the truth. Even though it was. Just y'all reminding us how folks will betray us in the future. Listen, me and your nephew just got off the phone talking about it this morning. I said, honey, God is separating folks. I don't care what nobody say. He was like, Mom, who the weapons that form but cannot prosper? This part, listen. He said, Mom, it's crazy because, oh, you just that was crazy. Hold on. Right, that's what we were talking about. He was talking about what's in these coming times. I was like, if you can't trust somebody right now, and I said this to y'all, if you can't trust somebody right now while stuff is good, how you going to be able to trust them when everything is crazy? If you would do me for the dirt right now, what you going to do in 7 months, a year, when the world is in complete chaos? when it ain't that much food, or it ain't that much gas, or it ain't whatever. Hey, character mean a lot right now. And y'all nephew said to me, Mom, I used to always wonder how you would tell us that person is going to do this, this, and this. Just watch. And then they would do it. He said, but it's happening. God is showing me. I said, and pay attention. The revelation hurts but could save us. People be burying themselves. Listen. Since they've been burying themselves. This is the scary part. For my son, I'll hear my body stand up. For my son to recognize, he like, yeah, I don't move with everybody no more. He said the very people that was supposed to be in my corner, he was like, boy, they'll hit you in your back in a minute. I'm like, you ain't gotta tell me. The great divide. It's happening. Yeah. Yeah, because if you would do me dirty, go behind my back, talk crazy about me, be trying to move people in a certain way against me now, what you gonna do when the rest? No. And remember, I told y'all, a lot of the people that I don't talk to anymore, I don't know how they always link up with the other people I don't talk to no more. But all the people that I promise you, in every setting that I've been in, maybe I introduced these two people or they knew of each other through me, baby, whenever I quit talking to both of them, oh, instantly. Like, how y'all didn't even like each other when I introduced y'all to each other, but now that I'm not talking to either one of y'all, now y'all run together? Interesting. And it's happened to me more than one time. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. That part. And I done seen it too many times to count. I'll tell you that. For real. Family, friends, it don't matter. Work. That's crazy. And you want to know what's crazy? The person I'm telling y'all about, that my sister confirmed, one of the main people that did me dirty was always trying to backdoor me and is always trying to come back in my life. I never try to get back in their life. I never try to find out what they're doing. I don't go looking for their social media. I don't fool with them because I already know you're not a trustworthy person. But for over 10 years, this person keeps trying to come back in my life. And then I told y'all, there's guy friends that I had and girlfriends, female friends and male friends, that they didn't believe that I wasn't going to talk to them no more, or that God didn't show me who they really was. And once it came out, something that I had already been knowing, I already knew to move around. You said the bouncer represented the truth that you knew you could handle it. Listen, because you got to think, I met one here and one here, not in the same place, right? These two didn't used to couldn't stand each other at all. I don't like her. I don't fool with her. I only speak to her because I'm around you. And then as soon as I don't talk to them, baby, they's partying. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I guess the common hate is me then. But guess what? I don't want to talk to you, and I don't want to talk to you. Once I see them, I see them. I'm done. See, I don't get that ability, Q. Sometimes I got to deal with people, even though I already know they plan to do me dirty or they talking about me behind my back or whatever else it is. I just have to make a log of it when God tells me, and then I have to wait for it to happen and act like I don't know. So then I can go back and say, oh, 6 months from the day that you told me blah, 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 Skip, about this person, this happened. That's how I know when it be him or if it's just me. You see what I'm saying? So I just confirm, write it down. If it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. But most times if he had me write something down, it be on him. Which is spooky. Spooky. Very spooky. Yes. Because just like she said with Judas, T of Yah, God knew Jesus knew Judas was going to betray him. And he sat at all the meals. He read the scripture. He did everything with Jesus. Everything. Even Peter. He said, you're going to deny me before the cock crow 3 times. No, I wouldn't do that. No, I would never do you like that. No, I wouldn't. And did just that. I don't know, Jesus. I do not know Jesus. I wasn't one of his followers. I was not a follower of Jesus. Y'all remember Peter said that? Didn't Jesus tell him? He said, "You're going to deny me 3 times that you was around me and hanging with me and being around me." Did he not do it? He said, "I wasn't with him." Come on. I don't know that dude. I don't know him. Even though, now mind you, Peter got to go up on the mountain with God. And y'all know we just read the Apocalypse of Peter. Peter got to smell what the Garden of Eden smells like. God showed him another world outside of this world, and the smell was so strong, and he still denied Jesus. In the Nag Hammadi, when Jesus was talking just to the disciples, and he had those secret conversations telling them about breath and sounds and all of this stuff and how the world was created, and they still denied him. Crazy. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It definitely is not. Also, one other thing, I know y'all probably already seen it, but come on. So for me to, okay. It says Ukraine's energy minister has said Russia has launched a huge missile attack on their energy network. Excuse me, 1 million people are reportedly without power across 3 regions, and residents are sheltering in underground train stations in Kiev. You can see how visibly cold they look. So there's 1 million people without power in Ukraine right now, and they said it's sub-zero temperatures. Y'all saw that? He hit their power plant. They bundled up in bus stations and everything. You said someone from my former ministry is there. It's bad. We lost contact. Interesting. Was it last year that they attacked South Carolina or North Carolina, the power plant? And I said, y'all, that's a act of raw. Hmm. Is it? Y'all remember? So if he did it over there and he decides to come over here, what y'all think he gonna do? Who remembers me telling y'all? Yeah, it has. All this extra snow and all of that. It was North Carolina. Okay, power plant. Okay, I know it was NC or SC, one of them. So what y'all think he'll do over here? Hmm. Hey, exactly, Keish. The same or worse. Exactly, Ja. Exactly. I saw that. I said, 1 million people without power and it's freezing. And it happened on the. You said the universe knows the wicked. Are you in America? Because you realize that's coming over here too, right? Along with no electricity will be no food, no gas, all of that stuff, right? Y'all see gas about to go up? Did y'all see? The oil folks is speaking out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see it. Do you? Who remembers us talking about not being able to go nowhere because it ain't going to be no gas or it's going to be too expensive to get the gas that you need? Think about all of the processing plants that use petrol or oil to run their machines. There's a lot of processing plants. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of processing plants. And for them to be changing stuff by the end of March, when that's 36 months since the fake Messiah came out, I just find all of this interesting. And that man said day one he putting the tariffs in, so by March we'll feel the effects. The Bible says Matthew 24 and 20. This is the year to pray. We're about to see those 15 minutes in real life. Listen, your flight is not in the winter. Interesting. You said we going back to the Walton and Little House on the Prairie days. Is y'all feel it coming? Strap yards. We'll be getting a lot of effort. Yeah. Yep. They have to up their inventory. Yep. Yep. Y'all see they got a recall on millions of eggs from Costco? I saw that this morning. So if you buy eggs from Costco, you need to check your eggs because I just saw that today that they got they said over 1 million something eggs. I said that's crazy. As many people made deviled eggs yesterday, and egg salad and pies and cakes and all of that. You said if you lose it, you can, yeah. Yep. Something else is on there too. I forgot. It says pray and interesting. Interesting. You said cucumbers. Thank you. Cucumbers. Yeah. Thank you. I just keep thinking about it when I saw that messed up. I heard you talking. It's okay. I got that back to basics book and wow, the things you can learn that we are gonna need, sis. Y'all remember 3 years ago when we bought that book, people was telling us we was crazy and don't get it. California has tainted milk. Kate said we might as well just suck on air. It ain't even safe, babe. I just seen something about that too. The air quality. Mm-hmm. How they letting millions of these products getting by inspection sounds intentional. It is. But think about it. There's been a recall on pretty much every type of food: cereal, bars, salad, meat, eggs, milk, water, which is creating a what? What is that creating? Come on, Rika. It wasn't even this many recalls when nobody was in the places and the food was sitting during 2020. Because the legislation hadn't been put in where they didn't have to follow the rules and they had to be taken to court in order to get fined. And there was a certain person that put that into play, that the federal government and the FDA and all of them, they would have to take the people to court to find them. So that if they had unsafe practices with food and anything else, it didn't really matter because it won't be, they don't got to stop until they go to court. I pray over everything food and drinks, girl. They had stores closed full of refrigerated food during the 90s. Yeah, right. And wasn't none of it bad. Supply and demand getting ready to be crazy. Yeah. But you got to think about it. Business owners are not going to be able to afford to bring in what they need. Because if people already can't afford things now, what are they going to do in 2 months? I seen plenty of stories where I seen a one lady, she said she couldn't afford to do, and it's so crazy because it was on. Did they take it down? Seriously? basically, somebody interviewed a lady. I don't know if it was the day before or whatever, and she was saying that her family just did spaghetti because she couldn't afford to spend $500 on she couldn't afford to spend $500 on Thanksgiving dinner, and so she just made spaghetti and catfish. Dang. Whatever. Anyway, the lady was like she couldn't afford to spend $500, so she cooked spaghetti. It was a young black girl. She had two boys, and the lady on CNN or whatever it was asking her, you know, why she decided not to do it, and she was like, rent is due in a couple of days. I'm not spending $500 on food, she said, but this thing got so bad to where I have to decide on if I want to buy a like if I can buy chicken and something else. You just watched it on my repost earlier, right? I can't find it. I can't. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay. Okay, you said a lot of us just have regular meals instead of expensive turkey and mini size. Come on. Get that cream of chicken and mushroom soup while it's $1. You can do a lot with it. Come on now. My daughter used her WIC last week to get the milk for my dinner yesterday. Come on. Yet my hubby is already having trouble with porting plumbing materials from Denmark because it has some parts that are made in China. Custom won't let him get it. So he had to remove them. No way. I know a lot of people that broke away from the traditional Thanksgiving this year. Yeah. I seen a lady makes affordable food from the Dollar Tree for Thanksgiving. I had tip roast and sliced ham at Aldi's. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. So think about this, family. 36 months ago, 34 months ago, 35 months ago, we was fear mongering. But every single thing that God told us is here, babies. I was going to call y'all pumpkins. Everything. As to why your girl doing 5 pounds of potatoes right now in a dehydrator. And the oranges and the limes, the lemons, made dinner with that stretch for a couple of days. Come on, for 4 people, good enough. Nothing extra, that part. I ate chili dogs yesterday. I ate chili dogs. That's what I had. My baby cooked, but she didn't even spend a lot. She made a ham, some sweet potatoes, some greens, macaroni and cheese, and a sweet potato pie, and some rolls. And that was it. And it was just small amounts because it was her and her sister and her baby and her boyfriend. You had fried chicken, legs, rice, and cabbage. Come on. Y'all, all jokes aside, is it crazy not to see this happening in our face, though? And I know I keep saying that because it's crazy to me. It might not be crazy to y'all. It's mind blowing to me. That's about what we had. Listen, you said is. Get the greens, kale, and dehydrate for later for soups and stews. Okay. Get the greens and dehydrate for later. Soups and stews. Thank you. Like with cabbage, right? Right. And they probably gonna be on sale today because they had so many of them yesterday. That's a good idea too. Baked chicken, dumplings, and mac and cheese with peach cobbler. That was it. Okay, even though we knew it's scary because it's all happening at once. Girl! That part, Keish. It's like every time you try not to think about it, as soon as you say, I'm not going to think about it, you get on TikTok or the news, and it's right there. So even if you try not to see it, you can't, which is how I don't understand how most of these Christians that is talking about whatever, how they don't see. Like, nigga, I can't not see. Now do y'all say why I feel like they pastors? Facts. You can't not see it. Listen, this the thing, right? Now do y'all understand? If you didn't 2 years ago, why I said a lot of these pastors is setting their people up to take the mark? Because they think they gonna be able to protest their way out of this, to boycott this. It's not, none of that is gonna work because God's word is fulfilling itself. It's spooky to me because how can you not see? With them talking about nuclear warheads, famine, you seeing all the recalls every day. It's crazy. These holidays just don't feel like they used to. I cook, but at home, just with the hubby and the kids, would have never thought I'd see the days when families are so separated. But I mean, it is what it is. That part, I saved everything, even the bones from the ham and turkey. Girl, come on and make you some stock and wheel and put it in the freezer. And wheel. Baby, I ain't been letting nothing go to waste. You hear me? Let me show you. It's not a game. I'm with you, girl. I'm putting it out in the compost heap or something. I did more bags than this, but this was from yesterday's haul. It's about 5 pounds of potatoes. This one is all the way up to here. And y'all see these some pretty big bags. I ain't finished filling this one yet, but it's about right here. This 5 pounds, if not more than 5 pounds of potatoes in here. Dehydrated. You hear me? And I didn't even fill them all the way up. Really? And now this is for educational purposes only, TikTok. I'm literally showing people how to dehydrate food. Do you see it? I don't know what size bags these are, girl. I don't know. 12 by 14 or something. I don't even know. These is my big ones, but I'm going to show y'all the little ones I got. Food. TikTok, I am literally showing people how to, we not selling nothing. Raggedy sales. So, it's potatoes in this bag, and it's potatoes in this bag. Right? Eggshells ready to dehydrate them to have vitamin D. It's good for your plants too. I saw that. They were saying don't put them in the water, crush them up, dehydrate them, and then crunch them up and make them into a powder to go back in. I've seen it. And I got some soaking in water right now, so I can pour that little bit on my plants. But do you see? You're gonna do some broccoli too. Yeah, everything we eat. Now these is the kids. That's why I'm not. But y'all gotta think. This is about 15 pounds of potatoes in here. And maybe 2 bags of corn and 2 bags of green beans. Peas. Right? That's a lot of potatoes. You hear me? Make some soup. Make some potato bread. Fried potatoes. Scalloped potatoes. Something. So it takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it. Right? Because you can dehydrate while you're sleeping, while you're at work. Long as you ain't got nothing that's fire hazard around, that can catch on fire, you could be doing stuff like this. Now, this bucket is going, I got to divide it up because I'm just dehydrating everything to send to the kids. and everybody gonna get their few pounds of potatoes, they few, pounds of onion powder or whatever. But this is a lot cheaper than trying to buy dehydrated food already or freeze-dried food already if you can get it and do it yourself. So then you're not having to pay $30 for a pound of potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Dehydrated, or 2 pounds for $30 for 2 pounds of dehydrated potatoes when you can get 5 pounds and dehydrate it yourself for free and put it in a bag. So you spend for the same pound that you would get from what's the name. Unless you're not able to do it, then that's something different. But if you're able to dehydrate, it's gonna be cheaper to try to store some food. I hope none of these fall off of here. But I'll just pull this one out real quick so I can show y'all about how many I be having on mine. Can y'all see this? I'm gonna have to bend this down so y'all can see. Can y'all see that? And they almost dry. These been on there probably we've been on here almost 3 hours, so a little over 3 hours or close to 3 hours. But y'all see they already getting hard. Right? So this is probably a potato and a half on here. You see it? This is like a potato and a half on here. Some of them, are a little bit thicker. Like these are a little bit thicker than the really thin ones that are curling up. But if this is a potato and a half, when it swell back up, that's gonna be a lot of potato. It might be two potatoes. I don't know for sure. Maybe one or one and a half. I got a dehydrator, nephew. Go to the Goodwill. Go in like U City or something. Go to U City, probably somewhere in there, and you'll find you one. We gonna pray. I'm with you. I mean, you can buy them at Aldi's. They be having them. You can buy them at Walmart. You can buy them on Amazon. But this goes in a dehydrator. And I got 10 racks of this in my dehydrator right now. So my dehydrator is a 10 tray. It can do about 10 pounds of whatever. Meat, vegetables, fruit, blase, skip, herbs, whatever. How do I cut them so thin? With my good knives. And I got a KitchenAid thing, but I didn't feel like pulling it all out with my knives. I cut them by hand, all of them. And it's 10 trays full. But they're dehydrated now too, so that's why they look they are still pretty thin, but Ollie's had them on sale for $40. Yeah. So you gotta think, if ain't no food, if you got some peas, some corn, and some potatoes, you can put you a little broth together and make you a soup. Right? I'm going to put these back. You said, wow, you got good hands. That's plenty of potato. Girl, listen. I used to have to cook for an army every day. Food prep is what I do know. I know food prep. Trying to show y'all. So all of these will fit on there at one time. So this about 2.5 pounds, maybe 3 pounds. All of these potatoes will fit on there at one time if I slice them right. Right? So you can do a half a 5-pound bag of potatoes on that 10 tray at one time. And if you cut them thicker, you might be able to do more. It just takes longer to dehydrate. And I'm trying to do like a meal. Get it in, get it out, get it in, get it out. But that's a lot of potatoes to do in one wok. Right? I wash them up. Some of them I'm leaving the peels on. Some of them I'm peeling them. Oh, yeah. You can do this many potatoes at one time Easy. This is probably what, 10, maybe 8, something like that. I can do all of these at one time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say, like, go to the Goodwill and get you, if you can get 2 dehydrators for the low, get one use, one new. You could be doing vegetables. Like, you could be doing vegetables and fruit in one and meat in the other one. You could be doing milk in the other one. You could be doing soup in one, you know. But like I said, during COVID, I had 4. And I was running them 24 hours a day. My daughter took my grandbabies to the movies to see Moana. They left. She said people were in there acting a fool and fighting. This is why I stay home. That's crazy. We don't got Ollie's nephew. It's an East Coast thing. We don't got it. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I had my big one and then my 3 little ones. Cause what ended up happening was I bought an older one at the Goodwill, and then I bought one at Aldi's. And my ex-husband, his auntie was like, "Get me one too," because they had marked them down to $10. They had marked my 5 trays down to $10. I'll show y'all. Or it's either 4 tray or 5 tray. So I got spider webs on it. I got these 2 of these for $20 from Aldi's. I love Aldi's, honey. Now this was, but that's why I say you go through their kitchen aisle, baby. Go through their kitchen aisle when they marking stuff down, because they get that stuff be for the low. They was $39.99 when they got there. They took them down to $29. I said, God, I need you to hold on to them. And when I got them, they was $10 a piece. They had marked them down to $9.99. So I got the 2 of these for $20, and I bought her one and I bought me one. Well, she ended up saying she didn't have time to do it, so during COVID, she brought it back and was like, I don't even need it. You can have it. So I had 2 of these, my old one from the Goodwill, and I had a 10 tray. So I was doing strawberries, carrots, cabbage on one, potatoes in the other one, baby. It was so hot in my living room area because I had them on. Yeah, my 10 tray is. I showed it to y'all though. I showed it to y'all when I first on my video. I showed y'all my 10 tray on the first one of the first videos I did. See, y'all be asking for the deals, baby. I be telling God I need you to put it in my budget and mean it, and He do. Yeah. It's $60, $70, $80 worth of dehydrators for $20. Yeah, I need that. And it was the price. It wasn't no markdown, no changing, no price, no nothing. I'm looking at a 8.4 ounce bag of chicken noodle soup mix by Bear Creek. It's $38 at Walmart. I'm buying my dehydrator today. Yeah, because you can make that soup yourself and dehydrate it for free. You said, oh yeah, I'm in all these. Yeah, go in there. They be having good cast iron. A lot of your stuff that you listen. I ain't been in there because I don't really need nothing. But when I have my kids, all my heavy duty cookware and stuff came from Aldi's, honey. They always got cast iron. They normally about now they have the cast iron that has the porcelain on, or whatever that coating is, porcelain coating on the inside. Yeah, I got 2 of these. I got the oval one. And yeah, my pots is ugly. Don't worry about it. I got the oval one, and I got the round one. Enamel coating, whatever it's called. And then in the top of it, It's got the grill plate, and this is all cast iron. I got these at Aldi. So my other one don't have the cast iron, the like oval kind, right? It don't have it. And then I even got a cast iron baking, like a you know, like the thing you put the cake in. I can't think of what it's called. Just the square pan, the long one though. I got that cast iron too, and I got these at Aldi's for the low. Listen, waited till these bad babies went on sale too, and I didn't have these for years. At least I don't even know how long. Probably maybe 8 to 10 years, maybe. Crofton do not play, honey. They pots and pans be the truth. And it's the other one. Aldi's. And it's cast iron too. This one don't have the thing. Girl, I'll just be having all the good stuff. I go to Aldi's when I don't have to buy anything, but when I was getting my kitchen together, Aldi's. And if you wait, they'll mark everything down. Hold on. Yes, ma'am. I didn't even get no call from you. I was waiting on you to send me a picture of your food. Really? That part. That's what she said. That's because your mama is a girl. Your mama taught you how to put your foot. Mm-hmm. And did. Are you on lunch break or something? Oh, okay. Well, can I call you? No, don't do that. Especially not with everything that's going on, because they might be boycotting your company that you work for. You seen that? Because they gave in to the rump thing, so people is changing stuff. So just be mindful of that. Just hold on until you can't hold on no more. They're boycotting the company you work for. I'm live, so I'm not saying it, but they're boycotting the people are talking about boycotting the company you work for because they gave to the Trump administration. Yeah. Yes. I love you too. I'll call you back. Bye. Sorry, she was calling me to tell me her food was a hit with the people that she took plates to. That's my 21-year-old cooking like her mama. You said all these is replacing our Winn Dixie, so I'll be, oh, baby, listen. Summer stuff for the kids, every holiday, all of the little phone, all these be having everything coming. I've been on all these though for years. People used to ask me where I got it, all these. Oh, I don't shop there. Oh, okay, good. More for me. More for me. I ain't sad that you too good to go to all these, baby. I'm in there racking up. I got a cast iron fishing, like to cook fish. You know how you flip? You can put the whole fish in there and flip it on the grill. I got the corn turner things. Like you put the corn on the cob, like 4 or 5 of them in there, and you can roast them on the grill, baby. I got all that. Do? All of it. All of it came from Aldi's too. Sure do. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, baby, they be sleeping on all this, baby. I got all of that. The campings, they be having big old tents. Everybody be going and spending all that money in at the mother stores. I be right at all these, honey. Getting all my little kitchen stuff, everything. They be having blankets, socks. Baby, I done bought all kind of stuff out of their little section. Their house section is the truth. I was a grandma, baby, so I be on the same stuff. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I was trying to get what I needed for the low. And so then I pray before I go in the Goodwill. I pray before I go into any store. Dad, you know how much money I got. I need everything that I'm going to buy to be on sale. And it do. It be on sale. Everything. And it don't matter what store I go into. Even if it wasn't on sale, when they bring it up, it comes up on sale. I be like, hey, because my daddy know how to change them numbers. I don't have to. Well, it's registering as was $7.99, but it say 25 cents on there. And bring this other one up. Ain't nothing been changed. I don't gotta change the prices. I let my daddy do it. You might only take $2-3 off. He gonna mark it down to 70% off, baby, and I'm gonna get it for 30 cents. In real life. Mm-mm. Everything. I'll be like that. I don't got that. I need you to put it in my budget. And he do. And I'm grateful for it. Whatever it is that I buy, he let it be on sale. You don't gotta have a lot of money when you got favor. You can still get what you want for your. Be nice to the store workers. They will give you extra discounts too. Sure do. My daughter just said that. She said, "Mom, you know I'm nice to all the people in the store." I said, "Baby, me too. I'm gonna give you my employee discount. Thank you. Plus this 50% off. Bet. Sounds good to me. And I didn't have to try to finagle or nothing. You just like me. It works out." I'll tell my ex-husband hated it because he'll go in stores. They be like, "Where your wife at?" Well, why she give you the deal? Because I'm me and you. And we is not the same. You can't. I don't go in there asking for nothing. That's what I did before going shopping for food. And I got a whole. You got a whole meat for the month for only $300. Come on. You said, "Yep, me 3." Because I'm me and you. Don't worry about it. We is not the same. We is not the same. You said it. Hey, listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm grateful for the blessings, but I think people don't try God enough. Well, I be trying Him for everything. Can you give me a car in this amount of money? Can you let my bill be this amount? Can you let this? Can you let? I asked for everything. You said this ain't French class, ain't. I used to get $50 worth of groceries for $5 and was so happy. I'm trying to tell you. And this is why people be mad, because they'll go and try to get the same thing and it will not happen for them. Because they intentions don't be right. You hear me? I'm not trying to get nothing so I can stun on nobody and try to have nothing better than nobody. I need this, whatever it is. And if I had $20 in my pocket, God was gonna let me get it for under 20. I'm trying to tell you. My ex-husband used to walk out the store with his mouth open. I said, "Well, everything I need is gonna be under this price." I don't know why you do that. You just think I do. My daddy can change whatever prices he wants to, and I don't gotta lie or scheme or steal or do nothing. He could change it because he know I need it. He said ask, and so I do. That's why them couches in there was only $100, and they still look good. And I done had them now almost 5 years, maybe 6, and they still look as good as they did the day I got them from the Goodwill. Nice. Same color I wanted, everything. It's all there. Thank you, Dad. And it'll last. That's the thing. The things that God gives you, He'll give it to you on a deal, and it ain't gonna break. It ain't gonna break early. It ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna mess up. So you won't have to spend more money going to get it again. He give you quality stuff that you don't have to keep replacing. And I'm grateful for that, you know? Honestly. I made some of my lemon, someone, I cannot remember the name of it. I want to say thank you to the person that sent me some change so that I could get my, the stuff to go ahead and do the rest of my extracts. I haven't got a chance to go get them yet, but I am going to get them, so I want to tell you thank you for that. I can't remember the name just right now, but I want to say thank you because I'm sure going to go get my stuff. But I'm not even making it even for myself, though. That's the thing. All that stuff you saw me doing is for my kids. Thank you, Pumpkin. Yes, I it was you, wasn't it? Was it you? Thank you. So you helping me help my babies. Cause I'm making some for me, but I'm also making some for them too. So, and I got four of them, so I gotta send to four different households. Potatoes and that stuff isn't super expensive. It's more time consuming, but I just want to tell you thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm excited. So I still have to make my almond extract, and then the lemon and the orange. I made one orange, but I didn't have enough whatever, so I had to wait and get it again. But yeah, I'm excited. That's it. That's all. I just want to tell y'all I love y'all, and I'm grateful to all of you that are getting your dehydrators. That you all, whoever, if you're canning, whatever it is that you're doing to try to substitute or even just get ahead of this famine that we're in, it makes me excited, y'all, that y'all are taking the time to do that because one, you learning something new. Once your people see you doing it or hearing about you doing it, they might sneak and go get one. Cause now they see you serious. You know what I mean? What you over there dehydrating some food? You doing too much. Oh, okay. I didn't tell you was doing too little. I'm getting mines real soon. I'm very excited. I'm trying to tell you. And don't forget offer up, y'all. Don't forget offer up in a Goodwill. Cause if you can get more than one, yeah, I'm telling you, like the old one I got, it got dust on it, so I ain't even gonna bring it out. It's all old and brown and like whatever, but it worked good still. And that thing probably older than me. It's probably older than me. And it still worked just as good. That's the one I'm sending my daughter, one of those clear ones, and I'm sending her that one so that she'll have the one from Aldi's and then the older one, and then I'll keep the other one from Aldi's. And hey Steph, the one from Aldi's and then my 10 tray. I love you too, man. Are you going to get your dehydrator or do you already have it? Don't just be in here listening. You better be working, Mr. Artisan. Yeah, offer up, Goodwill. Check those places too. Thank you. Um, you better be working. Don't just be in here looking at me. I want y'all to be getting y'all stuff together. For real. Cause y'all, we don't got much time. Y'all really think we got a lot of time? This man is saying day one he putting these tariffs on. So within 6 weeks, our world could be very different after that. 6 weeks after January, whatever else it is. And I got word. Two people came in here and said it the other day, and then someone else commented. I ain't gonna put you out there just in case the people is here. But that whole port strike thing is coming in January. Because they gotta renew that contract. And remember we talked about that? And we got two people or a couple of people that work at the ports, but one for sure said, yeah, we on the old contract right now. We gonna have to renegotiate the new contract in January. And didn't I tell y'all? I said I just believe that they're gonna wait until right before this election or right after the election to do what they gonna do with them ports. We did talk about it, and somebody inboxed me or left me a message. I can't remember, and said, "Yeah, we on the old contract, and they already talk about whatever they gonna be whatever in January." So this is why I'm telling y'all, hurry up and get on it before stuff be sitting at the ports like it was in 2020. Yeah, thank you. So, yep, exactly what we figured. And this is why I said we need to be, thank you. This is why I said we need to be on it. With your dehydrating, if you're doing soups, if you got kids, if you're getting milk. I know a lot of the food pantries and stuff, they're handing out powdered milk. And I didn't even know that Dollar Tree had shelf stable milk. And I guess that's the same milk they giving the kids at school, the shelf stable milk. Is that right? A lot of the milk that they're giving the kids at school is shelf stable milk. And I didn't even know they had it at Dollar Tree. Did y'all know? Yes. The shelf stable milk, they got it at Dollar Tree. Yep. So definitely grab some of that. Yeah. If you got kids, shelf stable milk and not powdered milk, just the ready pour, whatever, don't gotta be refrigerated stuff. You said, yeah, I shop at Dollar Tree. Okay. Well, now y'all know. So $10, $15 a month worth of that could be a lot of milk. You know what I mean? $20 a month if you have it. Go up there and grab as many as you can for $20 for the next couple months. And I think it's in like the quarts or whatever. The boxes is, it looked like a chicken stock box. I bought the shelf stable milk from Dollar Tree. It's pretty good. Trina, not you done already got it. Thank you. Trina says she bought it already. It's all right. Hell, if it ain't no milk in the store, you'll make it work. Put a little sugar in it. Like our grandparents used to tell us. Put a little sugar in it. Put a little sugar in it. Put a little vanilla or something. Put something in it. Put some sugar in it. It'll be all right. So, I mean, things like that. If you have young children, or even if you have a baby that's on a bottle, or you're pregnant, that'll be a good thing to have just for later. Right? So I'm about to go. I've been up since 4. I'm probably go take me a nap. Oh yeah, it's Friday. Okay. Go take me a nap real quick. And then get up, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll check on my potatoes and probably come back in a little bit. Why you make that face? How was your Thanksgiving? No, I just got here. Well, we've been here for almost 3 hours in 20 minutes. We've been here. We didn't have class, talked about food, showed pots, everything. We didn't be here. You know you gotta go watch the rewatch. Just got a notification, recall on cucumbers. Yep, we knew that earlier. You don't celebrate. Good job. I didn't do nothing either. I was just asking what you do for the holidays, sir. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't know, but I'll probably get back on here in a little bit. I'm go check my potatoes, and then I wanted to cut up these oranges that I got, and so I can dehydrate them, the oranges and the lemons and stuff. You just ordered cucumbers? Oh no. Check to see if they on that list. It's a lot of stuff being added. It was a couple more things added the other day. Before the eggs and the what's the name, it was some other stuff that they said was, I know it was the carrots, and it was something else too. What you got to think how many salads was made over this holiday. Carrots went bad right before the holiday, or recall on the carrots. And then it was lettuce. It was what? Pasta, the Michelin-like meals. Oh, yeah. You know they said Peter put that out, right? Steph? That's my next thing is beef, not beef jerky, but my next thing is jerky. My next thing is jerky. That's what I'm on after all these potatoes. Like once I get these potatoes done, it's jerky. As much jerky as I can get. That's my next thing to dehydrate is jerky. Because then you got to think, we could just throw that back in the pot and let it swell back up and we got some meat. You said, yeah, I found that video was from 2016. Right. So don't forget that. Me too. Yep. And chicken. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I don't really eat beef, but I'm about to be making me some jerkies. Don't forget mushrooms too, y'all. Y'all know y'all can dehydrate that as a meat substitute as well. Yeah. I tried it during COVID. I didn't keep it up. But you can brown, like, it just takes so much to do it. But, like, you can even do ground beef and stuff, you just can't see, it won't be seasoned. You just did turkey jerky a few days ago. Yeah. Yeah. You can do ground turkey too. You just got to get the leanest one, and you got to rinse it and rinse it and rinse it to make sure no oil is in it and all of that, because the fat can go bad. But the leaner the meat, the better. No fat. You can like do your ground beef and stuff like that and dehydrate that too. And put it in a bag. That's what you did with your turkey. I dehydrated what I had left over. Yeah. Yeah. So you can do scrambled like sausage. You just gotta rinse it. It ain't gonna have no seasoning on it. Cause you gotta rinse it in cold water and rinse it in cold water until all the fat is off. Yeah. I saw that. Oh, that was another thing. Did y'all see that about the beef about to go up? That was the other thing. Y'all saw that? I reposted it yesterday. Or the day before. Ooh, I need to start like putting these in a specific file or something. It was a farmer dude. That's not it. Here it is.
Prices are about to go up in a big way. Your beef prices are about to go up.
This was yesterday.
43% of the grocery store beef that's sold on grocery store shelves comes from Mexico. And the U.S. is importing that from Mexico because we don't have enough domestic providers, domestic ranchers. Problem is, on November 25th, all of that import from Mexico stopped. There's a case of New World screwworm that is a flesh-eating parasite that the U.S. eradicated back in 1966. Well, they found a case in southern Mexico on the border of Guatemala, or down near Guatemala, and so they've stopped importing beef. Prices, without 43% of the supply gone, over 1 million cows gone, prices are going to go up. And this is why you want to support your local rancher. Buy from White Utah Beef if you can. But support your local rancher, because then you're getting U.S. beef that's going to be higher quality and a lot less expensive. But stock up your freezers now while you can, because prices are about to go way up. Your beef
You all right now? Was you listening to the beef is going up, Steph? Was you listening to that part that the meat is about to go up 40%, so 40% higher than what you paying for it right now? Because when he put them tariffs on Mexico, 40% of our beef comes from Mexico. You said, yeah, I heard it. Ain't that crazy? So 40% higher, whatever your beef. And I seen some steaks that was $69 or $79 for 2 T-bones. So ground beef, how much is ground beef for 5 pounds right now? I don't eat it, so I don't know. How much 5 pounds? Ain't that the road that you normally get a 5 pound? Ground beef is about to go up by 40%. Yeah, I don't eat it. It hurt my stomach. It's $18 for 5 pounds of ground beef. $20 where you at? So what, it's gonna go up by what? About $7. So 5 pounds of ground, is that about 40%? At least what, $7? That's almost half. We got any mathematicians in here? That's about $9. $7 to $9 is gonna go up. So it'll be what? $26 roughly. $27 for 5 pounds of ground beef. Yeah, we paid $40 for a sirloin steak. Are you serious? You said $7.2 added. I was good. I guess I'm not too bad then. I said between 7 and 9, but I said 7. Okay. All right, see? It'll be 28 for you and Callie for 5 pounds. And most people, if they got a good sized family, they cooking 2 to 3 pounds of ground beef per session. So while you can get it, if you can dehydrate it, learn the process. I know you cook it with not a lot of oil, and then you gotta rinse it till you don't season it. You gonna waste it. Don't season it. You gonna have to season it when you cooking it, like when you rehydrating it. But I feel dad changing my diet. I'm not even mad about it in real life. Close to $30 or more. Okay. Well, I'm just hoping y'all seeing how these prices about to be. So that way you can plan, y'all. That's what I'm saying. If you got it now and you can dehydrate it, freeze dry it, can it, whatever it is, you need to be doing it. Do not wait because we don't know what it's going to be like next month. Well, 2 months from now, roughly. 6 weeks from now, our stores could look completely different. Everything could be way different. By 3 months, by the middle of February, it could be real ugly. And the freeze dried beef crumbles on Black Friday sale. Yep. All of that stuff is on sale right now. All of it. Like I said, wherever you get it, however you can do it, I just need y'all to do it, okay? If you got kids, if you got family members, you know. You said bye-bye, Carney and Styler. I'm making jerkies for sure. I'm trying to tell you. I'm about to be making whatever kind of jerky I can make. I'm about to make it. Because if I got to throw me a few cubes off in this stew and get the taste of some meat, even though it ain't really none. So family of all kind of meat around here. Moving on. So there's that. I've been in a famine. I'm just saying. Nah, let me stop. For people be like, it's been a famine of meat around this place. I'm trying to tell you. Right, you see what I'm saying? God been making me be vegan for a minute. Not really, but kinda. Shoot. The world is ending. You said right there with me. Okay, Shine. Okay. So you already know. What in the world? Can you do ham and turkey? If it's left over, I would look up. You might have to rinse all that off. The sugars and stuff. But I would definitely check and see. I would definitely check and see. I don't know for sure. Because I know like stuff that have a lot of fat in it, it's a certain way you got to do it. But check and see. Yeah, check and see. You probably going to have to rinse all the sugar and all of that stuff off and just be plain. Because one of the things I know about processing meat that I saw, like for ground turkey and stuff like that, you had to rinse all the fat off. You had to just keep rinsing it until you know all of the fat is off, because the fat can go rancid, they said, and so that can make it spoil faster. So just do all your research. That way you know for sure. We don't need no botulism or nothing. My food pantry, giving chef 5-minute meals, MREs, and water. You good? Okay. Good job. Well, I'm just saying, if you don't have access to that stuff, you can make your own, which is what we're trying to do here. you know. Some people, they not letting go to the food bank, so you got to try to find a different way. Get it how you gonna get it, is all I'm saying. You need to have something, period. You need to have something. And if you can make your own, make your own. So, with that, I love y'all. I'm about to go. I'll see y'all here in a little bit. I've been up since 4, so I'm about to go take me a nap real quick. Ooh, real quick. Y'all might already know, but if you got a cast iron skillet and you got some banana bread, you got some banana bread, slice it, warm the cast iron skillet up in the oven, put it on about 425, and baby, put you some butter on there and let it go for about 10 minutes, baby. The crunch on the bottom of I ate mine with my chili fire. I said, I know about the pound cake. I do know about pound cake because I do my cornbread like this. But I hadn't ever had crispy, golden brown on the bottom banana bread, and it was soft and gooey on the top. Baby, listen. And baby had me some chili on the side. I was like, yeah, this is some real fat girl stuff. Big bag all the way. And guess what? When I say it was fire, would have never thought that banana bread and chili would ever be two combinations that I would put together in my mouth at the same time. Smashed. You said, oh, my husband is getting ready to make banana bread tonight. I'm excited. Baby, listen. Get your skillet and let it warm up for about 10 minutes. And then put that bread on there where it's already hot and put your butter on top of it to close it up. I had 2 pieces this morning and 2 pieces last night. Make me want to try banana bread French toast. Basically, I'm guessing that might be what it's like. I'm making banana nut muffins right now. CERCA, you have seen, have you seen the movie Interstellar? No, I don't think so. Why you say that? Is it bad that I asked you about some banana bread because you're making some right now? You know what else I was thinking about too that we talking about this? What about drying plantains? Because you could eat them like potatoes. Right? Can't you eat plantains like potatoes? The green ones. So can you dehydrate them and then rehydrate them to make like mashed? It's a good movie, almost 3 hours if you can get a chance. Okay. Plantains and yucca. Okay. Yeah, cause I was you're tuned in with all of us. It's funny and spooky at the same time. Uh-oh. You did yours. Okay. So I'm gonna have to give me some plantains too, cause I was thinking about that too. Cause plantains, all you got to do is season them up. They like mashed potatoes too, honey. And they're a lot smaller than you take up less space than these potatoes will. So I'm probably gonna do some plantains as well. Not this week though. I gotta get through this last bag of potatoes, and then I'll probably try some when I do fruit next week. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of every other option for just in case. If we only eat 1 meal a day, what is going to be the most fulfilling meal? If we can have bread and soup, or thank you, just me, or bread and something, we'll be all right. And now that I know y'all making bread and y'all getting yeast and other things, yeah. Also, your fruit, don't let it go bad because you can make it in a powder. Yeah. But think about that. Before you let your fruit go bad, if you know you're really not going to eat that, but strawberries and stuff, make it into a powder. And then, hell, if we got to make bread and it ain't no fresh fruit, You can take that strawberry powder and mix it in your bread dough, or blueberry or pineapple or whatever fruits that you could dehydrate. Crush them up just like we doing the onion powder. And tomatoes. You can make tomato powder too. So if you ever need to make some sauce, all you gotta do is add the tomato powder in there. Powder in there. I said tomato powder. Tomato, so you can dehydrate them and blend them up in the what's the name too. And have, just like you can have garlic powder and garlic salt, you can have tomato powder too. Yeah. And that's how you can make your paste. If you, for when you need, and you only need a little bit. You don't have to use the, be wasting whole dried tomatoes or whatever else it is. You can make sun dried tomatoes too as well. Oh, I love those in olive. Oh, that just made my mouth water. I think I got some sun dried tomatoes in the refrigerator right now. I'm probably gonna make me a pizza. With some spinach on it and some sun dried tomatoes. And I think I got some. Yeah, I'm about to make me a pizza. That's what I'm gonna make. Because I got sun dried tomatoes. I got some spinach. I got some onions. I just need cheese. And I got some Alfredo sauce. I got some black olives. I'm just gonna put that all on there. Maybe a little bacon. That's what I'm gonna need. Yeah, I love y'all. I'm about to go eat. About to go find me some and check on my potatoes. I'll see y'all in a minute. Yeah. I don't know. None of your business. I don't. You want me to say your name and say, that ain't none of your business if I'm coming back or if I'm about to eat or what I'm about to do. I'm going to use your name. No, I'm just playing. See y'all in a minute, y'all.